Have you ever wondered why some people achieve massive success while others struggle, even when they have the same talent, skills, or resources? It's not always about working harder. Sometimes, it's about what you refuse to accept from others. Most people don't realize this, but accepting certain behaviors, words, and mindsets from those around you can silently destroy your chances of success. It happens so subtly that you don't even see it until it's too late. You start doubting yourself, holding back, and before you know it, your dreams start slipping away. But here's the truth: every successful person you admire has learned to say no, not just to distractions, but to specific things that hold them back. And today, I'm going to reveal the 5 things you should never accept from anyone if you want to be successful. These aren't just common self-help tips. We're talking about deep, hidden barriers that most people overlook, the very things that keep people trapped in mediocrity without even realizing it. If you stay till the end, you'll gain insights that could change the way you think about success forever. So, if you've ever felt like something is stopping you from reaching your full potential, this video might just be the wake-up call you need. Welcome to Bright Mind Within, where we help you unlock your true potential. If you're ready to transform your life and mindset, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on powerful insights. Now, let's dive in. Not all criticism is created equal. Some words are meant to build you up, while others are designed to tear you down. Yet, many people unknowingly accept all forms of criticism as if they hold the same value. But here's the harsh truth: unwarranted negative feedback is one of the fastest ways to destroy your confidence and self-esteem. Think about it. Have you ever shared an idea or goal with someone, only to be met with dismissive comments like, "That's unrealistic," or "You're not good enough for that"? Over time, hearing these words can plant doubt in your mind. You begin questioning your abilities, second-guessing your dreams, and before you know it, you stop taking action altogether. But successful people don't let baseless negativity control them. They know the difference between destructive criticism and constructive feedback. Destructive criticism comes from people who project their own fears onto you. They aren't offering advice to help you improve, they're speaking from their own insecurities. It's the boss who belittles your ideas without giving a real reason. It's the friend who tells you your dream is impossible just because they failed at something similar. On the other hand, constructive feedback is meant to guide you. It points out areas of improvement while encouraging growth. It's the mentor who tells you, "This approach might not work, but here's how you can improve it." That's the kind of advice you should listen to. The key is to filter what you hear. Not everyone who speaks has your best interests at heart. Instead of accepting every criticism, ask yourself, is this coming from someone who wants to see me succeed? Or is this just negativity disguised as advice? Success isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you allow. If you don't set boundaries, people will take as much as you give, often without realizing the damage they're causing. Without clear limits, your time, energy, and focus get drained, leaving you exhausted and unmotivated. And here's the dangerous part: burnout doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, disguised as being helpful, available, or accommodating. How many times have you said yes to something you didn't have time for, just to avoid disappointing someone? How often have you let others interrupt your work, push their problems onto you, or make you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself? Every time you allow someone to overstep your boundaries, you're training them to do it again. And the more it happens, the more you start losing control over your own life. The most successful people aren't afraid to protect their time and energy. They know that saying no isn't rude, it's necessary. They set clear boundaries, whether it's limiting access to their time, refusing to engage in negativity, or simply walking away from toxic relationships. They understand that every time they say yes to something unimportant, they're saying no to their own growth. Being assertive doesn't mean being aggressive. It means standing firm in what you need. If someone constantly drains you emotionally, interrupts your focus, or disrespects your limits, it's up to you to draw the line. People will only value your time as much as you do. If you don't defend it, no one else will. So, ask yourself, are you in control of your boundaries? Or are you letting others decide how your life should be? Doubt is contagious. The moment you let someone else's skepticism take root in your mind, it starts growing, wrapping itself around your confidence, your ambition, and your vision. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize when it's happening. It often starts with a simple comment, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or "That's too risky, maybe you should try something safer." At first, you brush it off. But then another person says something similar. Then another. Before long, you start questioning yourself. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this won't work. And just like that, your dream starts slipping away, not because you failed, but because you stopped believing. History is filled with people who were told their dreams were impossible. Imagine if Elon Musk had listened when people laughed at the idea of electric cars. Or if J.K. Rowling had given up after multiple publishers rejected her manuscript. What if Thomas Edison had stopped trying after his first failed experiment? The difference between them and everyone else? They refused to accept other people's doubts as their reality. The truth is, most naysayers aren't trying to sabotage you, they're projecting their own fears. They gave up on their own dreams, so they assume you'll fail too. But their doubts don't define you. Your belief in yourself does. No one else can see the vision in your mind the way you do. That's why you can't expect them to understand it. If you listen to people who doubt you, you'll live a life they approve of. But if you shut out the noise and trust yourself, you'll live the life you were meant for. So, whose voice are you going to listen to? Theirs, or your own? Comparison is a silent thief. It sneaks in unnoticed, stealing your confidence, your motivation, and your sense of self-worth. The moment you start measuring yourself against someone else, you stop appreciating your own journey. And yet, so many people fall into this trap, because they accept the idea that success should look the same for everyone. Maybe someone has told you, "Look at them, they're so much further ahead than you," or "You should be more like this person." At first, it seems harmless. But over time, these comparisons start shaping the way you see yourself. Instead of feeling inspired by others, you begin feeling inadequate. Instead of recognizing your strengths, you focus on what you lack. Jealousy creeps in, self-doubt takes over, and suddenly, you feel like nothing you do is ever enough. But here's what most people forget: everyone's path is different. Success isn't a race, and there's no single finish line. The person you're comparing yourself to has their own struggles, their own setbacks, and their own fears, just like you. The only difference? You don't see them. You only see the highlight reel, the polished success, the final product. The truth is, the only person you should ever compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Are you improving? Are you learning? Are you growing? That's what truly matters. The most successful people don't waste time measuring their progress against others, they focus on their own lane. If you let other people's comparisons define your worth, you'll never feel like you're enough. But if you focus on your journey, on your growth, and on your progress, you'll realize that you were never in competition with anyone but yourself. And that's the only race worth running. Society has a script for you. It tells you what success should look like, what kind of life you should live, and even what dreams are realistic. From a young age, you're pressured to fit in, to follow the same predictable path as everyone else. But here's the problem: greatness never comes from following the crowd. How many people give up their real dreams just to meet expectations? How many settle for jobs they hate, relationships they don't want, or lifestyles that don't fulfill them, just because it's what they were supposed to do? The moment you let others dictate your choices, you stop living for yourself. You become a product of other people's opinions, not your own desires. And over time, that leads to regret. Think about the most successful and innovative people in history: Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey. None of them followed the standard path. They refused to let society's expectations box them in. Instead, they embraced their unique visions, took risks, and created something extraordinary. If they had listened to the voices telling them to play it safe, they would have never changed the world. Fitting in might feel safe, but it comes at a cost, the cost of your originality. The world doesn't need more people who blend in, it needs people who stand out. It needs your ideas, your vision, your perspective. So ask yourself, are you living life on your own terms, or are you just meeting expectations? Because at the end of the day, true success isn't about approval. It's about fulfillment. And that only comes when you dare to walk your own path, no matter how different it looks from everyone else's. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about what you refuse to accept. If you want to reach your full potential, you must protect yourself from the things that hold you back. Don't let unwarranted negativity shake your confidence. Don't allow people to overstep your boundaries and drain your energy. Don't listen to doubts that make you question your dreams. Don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. And most importantly, don't let society dictate who you should be. The truth is, success isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about staying true to yourself. It's about knowing your worth, setting your own path, and refusing to let outside forces control your destiny. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who follow the crowd. They're the ones who break free from these limiting beliefs and take full control of their lives. So now, the choice is yours. Will you let others define your success, or will you take charge of your journey? Protect your energy. Trust your vision. Set firm boundaries. And most of all, believe in yourself, even when no one else does. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to Bright Mind Within for more powerful insights. Your journey to success starts now.